In 1070, defeated Kenilworth 1-3-9.
Pretty comprehensive.
It was. Matthew Greenwood was best on the ground. The coach, Mark Lewis, and the coach of Kenilworth was Peter Christensen. Over 130 players play in the competition, 5 clubs. And to be eligible, you have to have, of course, a disability and be 15 years or over.
Good effort.
Yeah, fantastic. Well played all and sundry. Who'll win this game? We'll have lots from you right throughout now as we start our coverage on Digital Pass. What do you reckon? Who'll win?
I'm back in Sturt.
Yes, it's a weird old sort of a game. As we'll get a kick out of the middle from Bailey for the Glenelg team in towards the half-forward line as to where we're ensconced. And behind us too, Wayne. Yep. We've got plenty of the 1970 Sturt Premiership team up in the back blocks up there. So if they're throwing peanuts at you, we're doing something out of the ordinary.
3 full beers anyway.
That's enough. Not a bad day. A bit fresh still, though, isn't it?
Yeah, wind's a bit fresh. Ground's in not too bad a nick, just a little bit soft underfoot. The centre wicket area's not as bad as what I thought it might be, but I dare say the boys got the right footwear on today.
Glenelg won the reserve, 7-16-58 to Sturt 8. Hang on a minute, the other way around, I should say. It was Sturt who kicked appallingly. I see someone just going past on the motorbike and doing the right things. So it was really exciting too, and we'll get those reserve scores to you, but we'll concentrate on the footy as Bailey gets another touch in towards the half-forward line. A neat tap forward goes to Condon, who's kicking to the forward pocket. Is all right. Motlop marks a long way out, but yeah, I don't think he can score from there. I want you to analyse and pick to pieces all the nuances of what it's like if you're getting towards the end of your career, or you know it's your last game, or you're looking ahead to where you'll be the following week.
You certainly know the end's not far away.
Motlop, that's a pretty good kick too, from a distance into the forward pocket.
Just held up in a bit of a breeze there, I reckon. It's just coming reasonably strong out of the forward pocket, and it dropped short late.
Good mark too.
Yeah,
Daniel Fay Sparks taking the grab.
Good player.
What is the mindset, Wayne, when you are ready and you know in your own mind that this is it? You're not playing finals football, so this is the end of a season for you.
Yeah, I think you've got to go out on good form because, and you want to play your best because you've got a long time to resurrect it, actually. You know, you go through a bit of a rest pre-season, trial games before you can actually go out and play again. So you really want to finish off on a good note.
What about then, and I don't mind talking with our listeners watching the Digital Pass coverage, because this is, to me, significant. When you make a decision to call it quits, it's not a matter of we didn't make a final so we don't play, but you're going to leave a club. How do you cope with that?
Yeah, it's difficult sometimes and pretty emotional as well, because it's been your life for a long period of time. You're very much in a regulatory pattern with training, you know, where you're going to be on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, and particularly with SANFL, they're doing something every night. So it's a big part of your life, and it takes away a lot of your friendships. You miss those sort of blokes. You see them every night of the week, and then all of a sudden you don't see them at all. It's a whole new world and new friendships you've got to begin. But your body tells you when you're ready to go, and usually the recovery period takes a lot longer when you get a bit older and a bit slower, and it's a bit hard to get up and keep performing to your best each week. So pretty much your body tells you when it's right to finish.
All right, we'll stay on that theme. No score at the moment, and we've got McBean, who wants to win the Ken Farmer medal. He's up at centre half forward, lays a tackle. It won't go any good, and they'll start again. When you know, do you want to tell everyone straight away, or do you leave it until the end of the season?
No, I think you leave it to the end of the season. You probably tell your coach that what
if you are the coach?
Thoughts are. Well, yeah, coach, you probably keep that to yourself. Don't tell anyone. But look, you discuss it with your family, you discuss it with your best mates, I guess, and you discuss it with your club and your coach more particularly, because he's the one that's really relying on you. So, yeah, you tell the most important people around you, and then you get comfortable with the decision, and then it's about the right timing when you tell the players.
Yeah, good call. All right, well, stay in touch with that one, as Davis is going to have a shot at goal for Sturt from 40 out and misses. And the first score is on the board. The Digital Pass coverage coming to you from Unley with Peter Walsh and Wayne Wiedemann and Connor, the cameraman. He's there with bells on. He's been here since 7 o'clock this morning.
Oh, he's done a good job.
He's a good job, He's doing well. We should mention, of course, that Sam Cahoon, Tommy Harms and Byron Sumner are the 3 Sturt players who've indicated that's it. Now they're moving on.
Yep, they've obviously found the reasons and the right reasons to call time on their footy career, and today they're out there. Tommy Harms I've known for a long time, wonderful kid. Byron Sumner, we've we've known with his beautiful footy that he's played, a tremendous footy player. And Sam Colquhoun has still got a lot of footy left in him, I think, somewhere probably perhaps. So, you know, he'll be looking to go out in style as well today.
Remember him playing at the MCG and doing his knee, and of course giving so much to the world of football and to all of those players, not just to Sam, but of course to Tom and to Byron, and to continue on with Trent Goodrum, who's retired from Central District, and Kyle Jenner, and one of our favourite players, big slamming Sam Balderston, who finished up last night. And he finished up, unfortunately, a disappointment for Norwood, but he's moved on as Sturt scratch another behind out. And we're talking with passion about not just the players who have to get themselves organised for a new life, but I'm talking about mum and dad and grandma and grandpa and the kids, and that they all just follow the kids.
Well,
they follow them.
And I guess these guys have decided that their bodies and their mindset's not up to that commitment of SANFL footy, which is a really big one. You know, 5-6 days a week, a lot of recovery, a lot of time spent at the club. But still, I think there's a future for them to play, and they'll be probably looking to go perhaps local in the amateurs or country somewhere and continue their footy careers where it becomes a little bit easier for them, only training the 2 nights a week and enjoying a game of footy on the weekend. So maybe their time's been called on SANFL, but maybe they've got a lot of years yet to play in local footy.
That's one of the players there, Sam Colquhoun, in the forward pocket. And the ball punched over the boundary line. Last touch result will go to Glenelg. And I don't mind that we give our Cheerios because Chris and Jeremy, who are Sam's 2 biggest followers, and Grandma and Grandpa are watching the game on the digital pass as we speak. And Chris controls her emotions very well, but in the text message she has said, it is an emotional day saying goodbye to Sam from Sturt. And don't worry about Sam, Chris, because you can worry about a Motlop who's got it 20 out, 15 out, twist, turn, hand pass, very unselfish. He wants McBean to win the Farmer medal because McBean kicks a goal.
He's got 3 to catch up on young James Rowe, and there's 1, but James Rowe's playing at the moment. I don't know if he's scored any so far, but he's always good for a couple of goals in his games that he's played. So Liam McBean would want to kick league 6 or 7 to give him a shake at getting the title of the leading goal kicker.
True. Now let's just stay with those that have moved on. We'll concentrate, of course, on the football. Sam Balderston, he's one of my favourite players. He is like a big truck that never runs out of petrol.
Love the way he goes about his business. He's not just a ruckman, he's a midfielder as well. He gets up and down the road. He's an on-field leader. He shows tremendous leadership skills out there and gets his boys into the right spots. He's a wonderful ruckman at his craft. It'd be great to play with him and alongside him as a midfielder like I was and read the ball off his palm. He's just and the body transformation that he had to go to from Mount Compass to play SANFL was extraordinary in itself, but he's made a huge impact on the Norwood Footy Club.
Let's not go through all of them because, you know, you can talk about people like Justin Westhoff.
Yeah, well, exactly.
And you can talk about a lot of those who might decide to move on, might decide, no, we don't want to play any more football, we want to give it away and devote family time. But to all of those who've given us such enjoyment, well done too. And I'm sure that the respective clubs will give the the pats on the backs to all of those.
No doubt about it. There'll be a time and a place where they get recognised in-house at a club presentation or the best and fairest presentation, and they'll be honoured for their work they've done on the footy field.
Yeah, good call. Now, we'll get through some of the other scores in a moment just to let you know what's happening with the reserves finals for next week and also the under-18s. But we have Glenelg in attack. They have a score. That's McBean getting a goal. And at the opposite end, we've had some poor shooting for goal by Sturt, who managed just 3 behinds. Ball's in the forward pocket on the far side of the ground here at Unley. And the Fast Sparks, the big ruckman, gets his body in there, can't knock it clear of the pack. Bit ugly out there at the moment. Yeah. And there'll be another start. So, no, there won't. Let it go. He let it go. And the quick kick out of the pack. 2 Sturt players spoil one another. Running past the bloke who can kick goals all the time is Evans, but he won't get it. It'll be a free kick to Houlihan.
Yeah, caught without the ball there. Just Glenelg player preempted that he was going to receive it, laid the tackle before he got it, and hence holding the man.
Now, here's a player you'll be watching with interest today, Battersby, because
Yes.
he's quick hand pass. He's just a couple of votes away, or one actually, from the Digital Pass Player of the Year. The leader, Richard Douglas, played last night, but Norwood didn't get anybody who voted, and Battersby is just one behind, and Joel Cross is another one back, but Harrison Wigg is in the mix, so the pressure's on you, big fella.
The pressure's on. I don't think I can get anything out of it either, so I can't even show any bias. But we know James Battersby is a good player, and he's already had a couple of touches so far today.
Yeah, you're counting those. I noted that.
Yep,
I'm very across that.
I'm all over him.
Good. There's a courageous grab at half forward. That mark is taken by someone who isn't in our program, and I'll find in a moment. That's Todd Slade. Number 34. And the kick into the forward pocket, picked up by Bailey, who snaps, and it's touched on the line. That was a reasonable sort of a dive by Slimming behind. Great
save, really, and a great shot on goal too. It was down and under, and looks like it was going to kick away, but the diving save and touch through for a behind was a terrific effort from Slimming from Sturt.
Tell me now, as we move away from the players that are moving on, what's the mindset of Sturt today when they know they're not in the finals?
Yeah, well, look, they've got plenty to play for. There's no doubt about that. It's a game of footy. You've got a bit of pride on the line, but also to finish off and launch it. Well done. That's a great running.
Charging down the ground on the kick at goal from Jack Penfold.
Yeah.
It's through, but the run there provided by Byron Sumner.
Yeah, started off deep in the 50-metre arc and won the ball, chain of handballs, and then got it back. Beautiful pass, swing round and a goal. But and this is the type of play you want to see from your team that's playing their last game of footy. They don't want to give it up. They want to finish off this season well with a win against a side who's going to probably play finals footy and launch themselves into next year. Yeah. Plus, some blokes will be playing for their lives too.
Right, yeah.
And obviously, Sturt's reserves had a win today. There's 3 opportunities after today for some of those guys to play league footy next year as well.
Yeah, and to the other extreme, and I'll go with you on Glenelg in a sec. We'll just see if they can get anything out of half forward. I'll tell you what, the ball was swatted to half forward. How courageous was that grab in defence from Casey Voss?
Yeah, and hit the ground pretty hard too. Lucky we've had a couple of inches of rain because that would have hurt.
It would have. Now, what's the boss, Mark Stone? What would he have said to the Glenelg troops who've been so inconsistent this year?
Yeah, I guess it's a bit of a worrying sign, but if you want to get your bad games out of the road, get them out of the road before the final. So, look, he may have changed a couple of things to launch themselves into the finals footy, change their game plan maybe slightly a little bit. They could have had a couple of injuries. He may have rested a couple. I don't think, even if they did win all those games that they struggled with, whether they could have jumped a spot or 2 on the ladder, so they knew where they were going to be positioned.
Yep.
And I guess it's getting your team right without losing too much, ready for the final season. So I wouldn't take too much out of it. Mark Stone's a pretty crafty fella, and I think he'll know exactly what he's doing, and he'll want a good performance out of his boys today to go into a final next week.
He'll need it because, of course, there's a top 4 because of Port not being in the competition nor the Crows, and now we have for next weekend, as we see a grab on the forward line for Sturt taken by Lockie Burrows.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy. Started or selected as an interchange. But, of course, with next week, 3 plays 4, loser out, 2 plays 1, straight into the big one.
Yep. So every week's pretty much a final for Glenelg. This should be a start of their preparation for next week as well. So what you do today, you generally will roll in next week. So they want to, they're playing all right so far. Sturt are kicking with an 8 of a couple of goal breeze, I reckon.
Lockie.
That looks nice.
Goal umpire very well gets across and then indicates, Sturt, you're not kicking accurately. 1-4-10 to Glenelg 1-1-7. Repeating earlier on, if you missed that score, a very important final, the APM Inclusive League Grand Final. The 2 sides that played earlier this year, they drew in one of their games, but they didn't draw today.
No.
It was 10-10-70 Eastern Park to Kenilworth 139, and Matthew Greenwood was adjudged as the best on the ground. And wonderful to see all the smiling faces. Everything was happy, particularly for the Demons, who burst into song with their cheers, and they won easily.
Yeah, the Eastern Park boys have lost a grand final in Division 2 to those guys, but very good footy club, and got another flag today.
Yep, 2 in a row. Now Davis will take that errant kick from the behind, and Davis, former South player, kicking from 60. And he's given that a decent roost.
Yeah.
Will it go all the distance into
Burrows.
the forward pole? No, almost the goal kicker, Penfold, not quite this time. A bit of a scramble. Snook is there, but can't clear it out, and there will be a bounce or a throw in the air. Wait, hang on, what's happening, umpire? Yes, he's calling for it.
Yeah, he's just giving him direction where he's going to back out of the pack.
He's pretty impressive too. He's one of those lollipop people, at the kids' crossings.
Very affirmative.
He was on top of it, wasn't he?
Coming this way.
Yeah, Harrison Hughes, Josh Hardy and Mason Bayer are the three who are doing what's necessary as the adjudicators. And another scramble there at the 15-minute mark, and it's a hole in the ball call, and a free kick going to Sturt, and walking backwards and looking to take it is Matty Crocker.
Yeah, young Matty Snook dove on the ball. Great endeavour, but then it was Stacks on the mill, and as he's explaining to the umpire there, looking through the glasses, that how was I supposed to get that out? I didn't get an opportunity to get out, and when I did, I was swamped on by 2 or 3 players. So, a bit of a harsh decision, and I guess the umpire showed his intention early, so we'll run with that.
Well, Matty Crocker was standing there waiting for the ball to be given to him, and it wasn't, because Jed McEntee said, "Hey, listen, Crocs, take a walk, will you?"
I laid the tackle, mate.
I've
Move
got
over.
So his kick was accurate, and so off the boot of Jed McEntee, Sturt have their second goal, 2-5-17. For Glenelg 1-1-7. That's 16 minutes gone. First term digital pass coverage coming to you from Unley with Peter Walsh and Wayne Wiedemann. And during the quarter time break, we'll have a look at those other reserve scores and those under 18 scores, just to see who advances. It's all go next weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, it's holidays for some now, and some look forward to the next couple of weeks. Well, next 3 weeks we've got the footy.
I was going to interview Phil Carman and talk to him about what it was like leaving clubs, but he was with 17 clubs all up.
There you go.
In his career, so we didn't have time to
go through them all.
But I remember you playing in Devonport in Tasmania.
Yep. Yeah, that was a little bit tough there. I played 2 years as assistant coach to Max Brown, who you know very well.
Good man, Max.
And then Devonport offered me the job for the next couple of years, but didn't think I needed or wanted to be in Tassie for 3 or 4 or 5 years, so I declined that offer, unfortunately, and went up to Wagga and spent 3 years up there.
Travelled around a bit, haven't you?
Yeah, if you want to play footy and coach, I guess you've got to do that. But did that travelling thing while the kids were young, and then back to settle down in Adelaide.
Yep, good work. Todd Slade's taken a mark for Glenelg. He's directly in front, 35 from goal. His kick is a goal. Just got through. Curve back, so Glenelg up forward on a couple of occasions. Liam McBean and now Todd Slade. The goal scorers 2-1-13 to 2-4. 16 it is Sturt by 3 points.
End up being an in-swinger late there. As I said previously, that wind just coming over the bowling green, pushing across to the scoreboard side. The goal umpire really rushed hurriedly to get himself behind the goalpost, because it did look like it was going to go through for a point, but that wind got hold of it and straightened up nicely, and a good response after Matty Snook getting caught holding the ball down there was Sturt goaling and get the return goals pretty much straight away.
Well done to Shane Harris too. And we mentioned the central umpires, but goal umpires so official, so efficient. They move quickly, and I can just to my right watch the goal umpire down there now. He's like a prancing knitting needle. He's ready for any movement whatsoever.
He's concentrating very hard on the game, watching the ball.
I think someone who has received some significant publicity is a former player who played with Richmond and with Port Adelaide, David Roden.
Yes.
He's not a bad little umpire. He loves it, doesn't he?
Loves it. He's got a good attitude for it. He makes it a little bit of fun as well. He smiles and he's happy about it.
True.
Still being involved with footy, which is good.
Yep. All the very best too. All of the officiators, not just in the senior level of competition, but any competition whatsoever with the F word, that's finals. All the very best. And some of these players, Wayne, they might in effect take the next step, which could be to umpiring.
Well, that's right. I don't know of anyone that's gone past it. There's a few mates of mine, and probably myself included, probably didn't agree with the umpires a lot of the time. But, yeah, certainly if your career says you can't play anymore and you take that next step to umpiring is always a pretty good step. You should have great knowledge of the game, which will only be a huge advantage to you if you take up position in the SANFL or any league umpiring.
Fair enough. Now, Billy Stretch has the kick for Glenelg, 45 out, directly in front. Drills the ball offline through for a behind. So Glenelg 2-2-14, Sturt 2-4-16. We make no apologies for mentioning what's happening in the world of football away from this venue, but after quarter time we'll be concentrating hard on this game. But there's so much to talk about, so much to look forward to, and that's a pretty reasonable grab out there at half forward. That's someone. Oh, that's Condon, I think it is, out there, who's kicking towards the forward pocket, bounces towards the line. Harms goes in. He tossed the coin earlier on, can't clear the ball away with a hand pass. There's a push and a shove and a quick kick there by Callum Park in towards the full fourth position. There's a bit of jockeying over there, and the free kick will go to Harry Morrison.
Yeah, Big McBean had a little piece of that. I don't think James Rose kicked a goal for the Eagles yet, so he's 2 behind. You're
all over that, I see. Yeah, that's good. Just get ready with those flashy fingers at quarter time when we'll go through the reserves and the under-18s. The under-18 games, we can tell you a couple of the games are already over. But, of course, we've got other under-18 games that are being played at Prospect. We better check those scores too. Sturt and Glenelg and North Adelaide and South Adelaide. And just as important for those that are getting ready for their efforts in the finals.
Absolutely.
Now, we're waiting for the boundary umpire to bring the ball back into play. Bailey's waving his hands around. The big ruckman there, Jack Hanneth. Boundary umpire working with the ball back into the breeze. That's tough. Bailey picks it up. That's not tough. That was a good kick back to centre wing. Kick was all right. That's Wonky down from full back. He takes a good grab, doesn't he?
Followed the ball down.
No one behind him, Wayne. No one at all.
Not much room in Glenelg's Sturt's forward line either.
Kicks in towards the forward pocket. Now, Sturt the chance to kick in towards full forward, a twist and a turn, the hand pass.
Tommy.
His Harms, one way or the other. That's a chance. That is a chance. Just off one.
I tell you what, he give it a good shake.
Sturt, the disease of inaccuracy, 2-6-18 to 2-2-14, 23 gone. They would be a little disappointed with not being able to convert.
Yeah, definitely a breeze blowing that down that end. I saw a couple of goals that Glenelg kicked. The winds pretty much helped him out getting it through the big sticks. And at the other end, I feel as though it's just pushed it the other way for the Sturt scorers.
We had a remarkable reserves game. It was Sturt 7-16. That's 23 scoring shots, 58. And Glenelg 8-2-50. So the margin was 8 points. But a lot of behinds were fluffed through. And this is another one as we speak, another rush behind. So it's 2-7-19 to 2-2-14. Sturt by 5. 23 gone.
Yeah, getting late in the quarter. I don't think Glenelg want to concede too much here, but a couple of minutes to go. You'd like to think that Sturt might capitalise and get a couple of majors before quarter-time break. Feel as though the wind's stronger than it probably looks out here, up here in the grandstand.
We were here last week, and I was working with Narelle Smith, and we were going to put some money together and buy a windsock.
Yeah.
We can just see the Australian flag through some trees going.
Yeah.
Any advantage is handy for broadcasters just to get some sort of indication as to what's going on.
There's just another Australian flag down to the left of you there, in the middle of the two grandstands.
You're all over this, aren't you?
Eyes are everywhere.
Now, we have got over my right shoulder, we've been reliably informed that members of the Sturt 1970 Premiership team, not all of them, but Paul Bagshaw's team, and he's up there apparently.
Sandy Nelson's probably up there.
I don't want you looking for a quiet frothy. I want you to stay focused with what we're doing.
If I go missing, you'll know where I am.
Yes, I know. But They do a good job here at Sturt in promoting their football. They make it a day for you to come out and have a look. 24 gone. The scoreboard's been adjusted to 2-6 to 2-2. We'll go with that score.
Yeah.
Glenelg, go forward. Park.
Oh,
Not quite.
good crumb.
That's a very good crumb indeed. Off the boot now, short and sharp, and a grab and a snap, and that comes off the boot. I would think of. Now I do apologise because we didn't get a team sheet from Glenelg, and I reckon number 43 kicked that.
Yeah, I reckon he did.
Is that Carl Nicholson?
No, I think it is. It was a beautiful front and square, the long kick in. Glenelg transferred the ball in play, didn't really hit a target. They were good enough to get it off the bounce, wheeled it around, kicked it long inside the 50-metre arc. That's at 35 metres out. A beautiful crumb. The only one there, really. And front and square, kick round the corner. Pretty good result. Glenelg hit the front 3-2-20 to 2-6-18. But
Right.
they must have been quick to get that point up before when you said 2-7.
Very good. Now, what I need you to do is I need your eagle eyes, because number 45 for Glenelg is running down the ground in front of where we are.
Yes.
And you're going to zip out and ask him who he is, because...
Well, that used to be Paul Rouvray in 45, but that was a long time ago.
Okay, so you're not helping so
I
far.
will find out exactly. That is Carl Nicholson, 45.
Right, well, 43's kicked a goal.
Angus Weir.
Angus Weir's kicked the goal.
Yep.
Thank you.
Number 43, Angus
And
Weir.
I just say that if we haven't got them and they weren't given to us, it makes it a bit awkward.
Yeah.
Kicking to full forward will go over the top of the pack and through for the behind. And Sturt now 2-7-19.
There we
Glenelg
are.
3-2-20.
They must be correct because they put that up pretty much straight away. So a lot quicker than me and you, Walsh, I reckon.
Yeah, that scoreboard over there, and we'll give it a plug too. That is the Australian Gas Networks scoreboard.
It's a beauty.
It is a ripper. 2-7-19 to 3-2-20. Tight game. Tight first quarter.
Yeah.
Glenelg now back to centre wing, and there is going to be, I think it went out on the full, running back to try and take it.
Oi.
It was Illman, but no. And Glenelg to come forward, 27 gone.
Misdirected kick there. He's got to be careful here because all the players were down the field. He's got to wait for the rest of the players to catch up with the game, and he's kicked it into them. They've all caught up.
Yeah, makes it awkward. Tommy Condon rushed in for the Tigers. Couldn't knock it clear. It's going close towards the boundary, and there goes the siren. So here at Unley in the digital pass match between Sturt and Glenelg. Sturt 2-7-19. Glenelg 3-2-20. Now Penfold's kicked a goal for Sturt and McEntee. The goals for Glenelg: McBean, Slade and
Angus Weir.
Angus Weir. Well, good on you, Angus. I'm glad you kicked a goal. Wearing number 43. So we think. And it's all about the digital pass, giving you what we hope you enjoy all today and all over the finals in the next few weeks. The under-18s at Theberton and the seniors and the reserves are being played at the Adelaide Oval. Did you enjoy that quarter?
That quarter was good. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens this quarter. I think just looking at Mark Stone during the quarter time break, and I had a quick sneak of his board through the binoculars, and they had a lot of pluses up there, not too many reds or minuses, and they're in good shape.
Wayne, for the benefit of those who obviously didn't see what I just saw, I'll pass it on in a minute. Matty Snook for the Tigers bangs the ball down towards the half-forward line. Didn't go any further than that. And it's gone out on the full. Now, the gentleman who walked past stopped and then hit me on the shoulder.
Great man.
Yeah, keep talking. Who was it?
Sandy Nelson.
Okay, so Sandy hit me on the shoulder, and I'm trying to
Would
talk.
have broke your shoulder.
Yeah, and he hit me again, and I thought, no, this is not fair. This is a foul. So I took my headphones off, and he said, "How come you let people like that into the ground?"
Yeah, I knew he'd have something clear to say.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So obviously, very much to the fore when it comes to memories of Sturt.
Yeah, no, he's a good man, Sandy Nelson. I see him quite a bit during the year. He looks after us at Revolution Roofing with our merchandise. You don't want to shake his hand too often. He's got a vice-like grip.
He's got a Ted Whitten grip, has he?
Oh, I thought I was reasonably good at handshake, but he just puts me to shame.
Isn't it good you have people like that who are at the football? As Davis for Sturt from half-back around towards a true half-back spot. We've got, looks like someone with a camera over there. Well, a photographer of substance, because that's not a bad looking.
No, that is a damn big lens.
It is, and it's over the line for a throw in. 2-8 to 3-2, scores level. And that is in the second term, just on a minute having gone. And no one really, being able to get some sort of superiority in this match.
No, conditions are a bit tricky. I think there's advantage here, but it's not really advantage. But hang on.
There's the kick for in towards full forward. It takes the wrong bounce. Now, that was Nicholson, was it?
Yeah.
That's 45.
45. We're 43.
Okay, so there's a behind.
And this is what worries me with Glenelg this quarter. They could have a lot of play down there. They've been probably the little bit better side, but that wind pushing across, they've got to take advantage of this little breeze that they've got at their back this quarter.
Yep. Some slimming. Got a hand pass to Cahoon, hand pass to Davis. They're all Sturt players. Davis back towards centre wing. Fists are there, and it's away from Slimming, who chases hard, and it's over for a throw-in.
Yeah, made a great save early in the first quarter. Diving save from a Bailey kick underground.
Mm-hmm. Most of the play on the far side of the ground too, Wayne.
Yeah, I think the breeze has got a fair bit. It hasn't been on this grandstand wing much at all.
No, that's true. Hanneth gets front position for Glenelg. Davis falls over. Bailey tried to help it away. Didn't go anywhere. Slap back. Charging in after the pill is Harms. Couldn't get access. It's knocked forward. Glenelg try and get control of the ball, but in defence, over the hand. All the hand pass meant for Davis, but missed him. Charging through, Harms again. Long kick down the ground towards half forward. Is there a hole? No, there's not. Gribble's down there. Haven't seen him touch it yet. Now he does. A hand pass. Is he going to get the hand pass back? Hacked in towards centre half forward. Poor kick picked up by Michael Virgin.
Yep.
And his kick wide towards centre wing will go almost over the line. Now it is for a throw-in.
Yep. I thought the umpire was going to pay something here. He indicated that he was, but
he was just tricking me over there.
He just confused me, keeping me on edge.
It's good to see. Now the two lads who are contesting, Jack Hanneth, he's a giant sort of
big
a customer.
Boy, yeah.
And so too is the guy he's up against. That's Daniel Farr Sparks.
Yeah.
Bit disappointed to see Darcy Bennett not playing today. He played in the reserves.
Yeah, right.
I'd like to see him running around. He's a tall lad too.
Yeah, well, but both
with abilities, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Now, we're going to see Morrison for Sturt. That's not far enough, is it?
Can't be legal.
Oh, dear. Well, it was legal.
Well, I hope that umpire's not a real estate agent, because I will not be buying land off him.
Now, Sam Cahoon, they'd be excited up there watching now as he's ready to shoot for goal from about 40, do you reckon?
Yeah, we had a shot here earlier on in the quarter. It just dropped a bit short, but I think he may have gained a few metres on that previous shot on goal, so I'm backing him to make the distance all right here.
He's kicked 2 goals so far for the year, and he's now kicked 3. Yep. Slamming Sambo stuffed that one through for a goal. And Sturt get their third, 3-7-25, Glenelg 3-3-21, and we've gone 4 minutes of this second quarter on the digital pass coverage here from Unley. Wayne.
He did well there, Sammy Colquhoun. He realised that probably a straight set on shot at goal wasn't going to cut it, and just late he played on and kicked across his body just marginally, punched it at that right post that it was facing him, and let the breeze do the rest. It snuck in good. A good return for effort there. The ball and the play has been all down at Glenelg. Couldn't capitalise. Pretty much first entry into Sturt's forward line. They've got a goal on the board. So that's a good return.
See, Lockie Burrows just ran on from the interchange bench. And he sprinted on spectacularly, finishing up in the square.
Good energy.
Yeah. Well, he's not going to look around for some petrol digs. He travelled pretty quickly, didn't he?
The contest doesn't come down there. He might be worn out.
He was quick to get there. Now ball's thrown in the air. Hanneth and his opposition ruckman in Farr Sparks. No one gets the clean touch away. Oh,
a bit high, I think.
The Sturt player getting up might have been holding his noggin, but fortunately he's all right. He's got a bit of the ducks and drakes out there. That, in effect, I'm just thinking that might be Houlihan, maybe. No, it's not Houlihan. That's Tommy Lewis. Just got a little tap on the noggin, didn't he?
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Stunned him a bit.
Now, there's the advantage of having 3 umpires because the umpire 40 or 50 away.
Yeah.
That was good, though, isn't it?
We could see it clearly this side, but the umpire was on the other side of the play, and that's why he missed it. And great work to the umpire that was facing that to pick that up. So,
now Tommy Harms thumps the ball forward. Now Chris Curran's there, and there's a bit of noise here in the stand. Well, why wouldn't there be? Because where the double blues are, hand pass out of trouble will go to Matt Merritt.
Neat.
And he's kicked back towards where number 45 is. That's Nicholson. Across his body he goes, and Glenelg move it quickly to half forward. Stretch. He's kicked in towards the forward pocket. Motlop gets out there, can't take the ball. Good work there by Rory Illman.
Absolutely. All over him. We know Motlop's got a turn of speed pretty quickly, but he kept up with him the whole way there, and the kick was nice, but just couldn't get that separation to take that mark.
Boundary throw in, remembering Sturt can't make the finals and Glenelg can't lose their spot.
Yeah,
but
it was a throw.
You need a bit of confidence, you reckon? You'd think Glenelg would need to put this game away and then get some confidence for next week.
Yeah, I think they've had their opportunities this quarter, but the wind hasn't favoured anybody in this game so far.
Sparks knocks the ball away with fist, which is all right, towards half-back. Battersby's kicked back towards centre wing. Doesn't clear the pack, doesn't clear anybody.
No.
And, you know, the breeze might be doing a little bit more than we first anticipated. Luke Parks. Thumps the ball to centre half forward. That was a leap and a half. No result because the ball didn't fall into the fingertips. Now it's snapped to goal.
Catch.
And that's Motlop in the square. And the kick came out of nothing. I reckon that was Matt Allen.
Yeah.
Threw it on the boot.
Yeah.
And if you're in the right spot and your name down there is Marlon Motlop, you're about to kick a goal. And he's made the goal umpire work a little bit. But it's true, and it's through. Glenelg 4-3-27. Sturt 3-7-25, and they've changed that score again. 3-8-26 now, so good mark, wasn't it?
Oh, great mark. Just a hack out. Well, it wasn't really a hack. It was a genuine shot on goal. It didn't hit the kick right, and it's come in hard and low. And Motlop, great use of the body, held his player off, took it one-handed right at the top of the goal square. He just snuck it in, but at the end of the day, I guess that's all that matters because it registers as a goal. And 4-3 to 3-8. 4-3-27. 1 point the difference now to Sturt 3-8-26. So Glenelg get their first goal of the quarter with the breeze. Took them 8.5 minutes.
Now Cahoon out of the middle, cleverly done. Over the top, Byron Sumner.
Nice
Normally
pass.
delivers well. That's not bad, is it?
Good on that occasion again.
When you get an ability to use the body and the ball on both sides of the bod, that's a chance. That's not a good kick, though. Battersby. Crocker's there. He's attacked. He's surrounded by tigers. It's like a visit to the Monarto Zoo.
Yeah.
They were everywhere, weren't they? Have you been there?
No, I haven't yet. No.
Why not?
Oh, I haven't had that opportunity. I'll have to go now.
They're good. Slimming. This clears the pack. It bounces and goes through for a behind to Sturt, whose inaccuracy has been ordinary. 3-9-27 to 4-3-27, 10 gone second term.
Pretty tough out there. We've seen a couple of missed kicks. They look like missed kicks, a couple of absolute floaters. I think the wind's playing a lot more havoc at ground level than we think.
Now, Fastparks takes the mark, and the Australian flag away to our right is gone.
Yeah.
Fastparks kicks in towards centre half forward, clears the pack.
Oh, great smother.
Yeah, Houlihan there. Oh, look out, this bloke can kick goals. He can kick goals. Mark Evans. We talked about this beforehand, did we not?
Just give it to me. Yep.
Evans kicks a goal. He did it and did it in style. And Sturt 4-9-33. Glenelg 4-3-27. I'm going to bore you for 30 seconds. If you've got one bloke in your team who knows what he's doing when he gets the ball near goal, why doesn't he become the goal-kicking coach for your team?
Well, exactly right. And that was a great kick from where he was, particularly that breeze, as I said earlier, coming over the right shoulder here, over the bowling green, pushing across the face of goal. But didn't he sum that up well and just sat it at that right post, let the wind do the rest. the people in the grandstand closer to that end gave us an indication pretty early that it was on target.
True.
And a beautiful goal.
Good news too, the flag's back. It's only because it's blowing around, and the reason I'm mentioning it is because it is strong down there.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Right, out of the middle. Can the Tigers respond? This has been a good scrap. A good scrap between a team that can't play finals football.
Oh, here we go.
And a team that can. There's a kick in the goal, and it's through. Out of the pack, a run and a kick out of nothing. And the kick there came off the boot of Jack Klusky. Number 25, he kicks a goal, and Glenelg get one back in a hurry. So they're 5-3-33. Sturt, a 4-9-33.
Clever goal. Beat the Sturt opponent. I think his claim claims that he had a touch on it. He was pleading with the umpires to give it a point. But Klusky running on his left foot, couldn't do anything except steer it on his check side right boot, and just cut across the oval pretty well and bounced through for a pretty quick return of serve.
Mm-hmm.
Ties the game up 4-9-33 to 5-3-33.
You've started an avalanche of social media.
Oh, no.
An avalanche. You'll get it in a sec. It's all your fault. Wonky with the hand pass. He needs to have some support. Gets it. Kick towards half-back, not marked by Lewis. Hand pass comes clear of the pack. Taken without the ball, Burrows. Umpire's calling for it, and there'll be a bounce. They've now been provided by the Cahoon clan.
Oh.
We've got photo of Mum and Pop and Nana.
Oh, there you go.
Being sent through.
Yep.
How good's that?
No, that's beautiful. Technology, mate, keeps us all in touch.
Oh, they don't send through the race results.
No, or the Tats Lotto numbers.
No. And thanks, Jeremy, because he's the only one not in the photo because he took the photo.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go. There you go. Very, very proud mums and dads and pops and nanas and all that.
Go.
And guess who's taken a mark?
Our favourite 45,
Yeah. Nicholson's got one. And he's not quite directly in front, but...
No, not a hard shot on goal at all. Distance not going to be a problem. It's just going to be his accuracy. I hope he runs straight at it. He probably just needs to aim just a metre inside the left post. I think the breeze is pretty strong, so we'll see if he's learnt anything.
He's kicked 7 this year, and what sort of a kick was that? He still only kicked 7. What was that?
That's off the side of the boot. Off the side of the boot.
Yeah, well, he should go immediately down to Mark Evans and sign up for some teaching skills from Mark.
Look, I think the next stoppage he wants to go up to him and say, mate, what did I do wrong?
Yeah. So you were prolific with your left foot. You really, woof, and that was the call.
Yep.
Did you kick with the right boot at all in your career?
Hardly ever.
Yeah, because you didn't want to or you couldn't.
Well, I just kept saying I was that good I didn't have to. But that didn't wash with a lot. But look, Graham Corns, my coach for a long time at the Crows, he wasn't too worried about kicking on your non-preferred side. He'd prefer you to kick on your strongest leg.
Yep.
And but what he did say, if you're ever in trouble, just be efficient enough to use your opposite side of the body.
And with all the coaching that you have done, did you find that there were weaknesses like that when you got someone who was playing senior football and they didn't use both sides of their body?
Yeah, I think you've got to use it, even if it's not a great kick, but as long as it goes forward to your advantage. I mean, most people will know if you're good on both sides of your body, and if you're on your non-preferred side and you kick it forward, your teammate down the field know it won't come to him really good, but it'll come into his area and he'll just make the most of it. Beats getting caught or trying to spin around on your preferred foot and get caught holding the ball. So you're better off just jamming it on the boot and getting it your way.
Now Luke Parks getting it his way at halfback now for Glenelg. Has a look and decides to go directly across the ground. Now the man over there for Sturt was Mark Evans, but he was nowhere near the opposition player. Short kick is not good, and it's marked by one of my favourite players, Oliver Grivell over the top. Davis on the left boot. Now where's that going? Not going anywhere at all.
Not real good passage of play there. I know there wasn't a lot downfield, but that doesn't mean you have to play on straight away. Just wait. The umpire will tell you when you've got to go. Then you make the decision a bit quicker.
Now Parks is going to mark in defence. He, for Glenelg, will take the ball with a score. Glenelg 5-4-34, Sturt 4-9-33. 15 and a half minutes gone in the term. Now the short pass across the goal face he's defending is marked by Betterman.
Yeah, well done. Just summed it up nicely.
Yeah, he's going to take his time.
Yep.
Jonty Scharenberg. It's good to see some of them with their different coloured boots. Helps. Jonty's got white ones. That's a kick towards half-back, and it's marked by Matty Snook. Off they go to Bailey. He's going to work it backwards. Oh, they're using the ball efficiently at the moment, but then a kick to a contest is going to mean Slimming can achieve the advantage of grabbing the ball. He's thrown to ground, and there'll be a fresh start.
Yeah, just can't get a good passage of play together. They chipped around Glenelg, across the back half, finally got it to midfield, but this couldn't advantage any further on from there.
Now, I want you to critique the prospective Ken Farmer medalist Liam McBean. Haven't seen much of him.
No, he had a big fly at it before. He's only got the one goal on the board. If I was Mark Stone, I'd be pushing everyone up the field a fair bit and get a bit of congestion around the half-forward wing area. Use some numbers. Here's a shot on goal from our boy.
He's the boy again. We are kicking out of bounds on the floor.
This is what Sturt were doing a lot in the first quarter. So that breeze having impact at that end of the ground. McBean needs to be one out up forward. I think Glenelg just got to get it in long and strong. We know the type of player he is. Good kick, good catch.
Yep. Well, a wonky for Sturt. Relieving kick towards the half-back line. No one can take it. Cahoon there waiting for it to spit out. Put his hands on it but couldn't drag it back in. Very scrambly in there. No one's going to get near it, and I think the umpire eventually will say, "Mayor mine." There'll be a whistle. 17 gone. 5-4-34 to 4-9-33. Glenelg by a point.
Yeah, quick update on McBean versus Rowe. McBean 1 goal, which places him 2 behind. James Rowe hasn't got a goal on the board yet, so someone might get into his ear at half time and say, "Mate, you've still got a chance here."
But it's not all about glory, it's all about team, isn't it?
No.
No, okay, you've sorted that out there.
Of course it's about team, but...
Yeah, we'll see. Oh, here's a chance for Sturt now to intercept with deftness, and it's done beautifully by old man Emu, Tommy Harms.
Well
now, Harms was off and running, and he did it superbly, and he's kicked with precision into the forward pocket. And all you need to do is kick it out in front of a bloke who you reckon's going to mark it.
Yeah.
And if you reckon the bloke's going to run at 1,000,000 miles an hour and take the mark, and he's the best kick in the team, you kick it to Mark Evans.
Absolutely you do. And well done by Harms there. He was second to the footy and just got a little toe poke on it to get the ball out. Glenelg player fell over, picked it up, summed it up nicely, hit it out in front, and now, well...
It's a tough shot.
It's a tough shot from there. Just right post, at the right post.
Evans comes in, drop punt kick on its way. There's a goal.
There you go.
Oh boy. Yep. Good heavens. Mark Evans. How good was that? He's second. And Sturt 5-9-39. Glenelg 5-4-34. Seriously, there are times obviously when he's going to have an off day, but I just happened to be at a game when he doesn't have an off day.
No, he's played well today. 2 goals so far. I think that goal then was better than his first one, the running goal. This one was a little bit more pressure from a standing start after a mark. I had to sum it up. His previous effort was terrific. He would have learnt by that. As I asked him to do was kick it at the right post. He did. Wind got hold of it and just straightened it up beautifully. Yeah.
Well, he's kicked 14 goals this year, but he's kicked 6 behind, so he's missed a few. But we haven't been there.
No.
Out of the middle.
2 rippers today.
Yeah. And for all of those who are heading into finals, doesn't matter what age group or that, if you've got someone who's going to be able to kick accurately, you're halfway home.
He's your man, yeah.
Give Chris Fagan a call, will you, and tell him to get the Brisbane Lions to do that.
Yeah, well, they've got to have it scoring a lot of points, haven't they?
Yep. Yes, of course. The finals in the SANFL getting underway next week. Digital Pass covering all of them, including the under-18s and the reserves and the seniors. Top 4s in all divisions, and we'll go through all those scores again during the half-time break. But action aplenty here as we see Tommy Lewis for Sturt from half-back towards half-forward. There's our man over there who almost got hold of the ball. That is Evans. And the umpire calls for it, and there'll be a whistle at the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, good tackle. Evans wasn't allowed or able to release the footy, so Well done there to the Glenelg tackler.
Of course, we are looking for Wayne Wiedemann to dig into his bag of tricks and give the votes at the end of the game with Richard Douglas on 13, James Battersby 12, Harrison Wigg, who plays tomorrow, is 11, Joel Cross, who plays tomorrow, is 11. Sorry, Harrison Wigg is 12, so there's a fair bit of pressure. I note your phone's been ringing quite constantly. I haven't been able to pick up who's been calling you.
Can't be.
It can't be James Battersby because he's playing.
He's playing.
5-9 to 5-4. In the background, the cheers are from members and also those that were involved in the 1970 Premiership team for the Double Blues. The stretch is taken hard, trying to bust his way through a pack, and he is not going to be pinged. The umpire's still watching, giving them plenty of time, but no, and there'll be a toss in the air.
Yeah, just gone into time on, 21 minutes. Important time of the quarter for both teams.
And of course, you think about the supporters that are here because this is their last visit to Unley.
Yep.
Because the season's over for, even though Sturt have got some things happening in the reserves and or
the
under 18s.
There'll be still a little bit of action during the week with training, but they won't be back here playing any finals, I don't think.
No. What a year it's been. What a year it's been. It's been extraordinary for lots of reasons. Lots of reasons. Sturt at half forward, but Hanneth got a knocked Stabali back to Hanneth, who thought about a hand pass but said no. And his kick was a bad one, wasn't it? Back to the centre of the ground. Glenelg a chance to move forward on the left, but Ingeborg's half forward. Motlop's playing from behind. His hand pass was good. McBean's got a free kick. And when he was tackled, he threw the arms out like...
Look, I think everything went in favour of McBean there. It was... He just did not take the pill. If he had taken the pill, he would have been in a lot of trouble, but he fumbled when the ball got to him. Sturt player didn't recognise or realise that and followed through with the tackle, and hence everyone saw it. Umpire 100 metres closer than us saw it directly and gives McBean a chance to score his second.
Martin is 5 points before this shot at goal from Liam McBean. Drop punt kick on its way, and he has kicked a goal. So McBean's got two. Glenelg now 6-4-40. Sturt 5-9-39. Do you ever watch that show on, I think it was Fox, on Games of Thrones?
Oh, no.
Not into that?
Didn't interest me at all. No.
Well, how come you know it didn't interest you if you didn't watch it?
Well, I started to because everyone was raving about it. Not my cup of tea.
It just reminded me there, Liam, and I'm being complimentary, but there's a big bird in that show. And it used to fly in. Well, that's what he looked like then when he put the big arms out.
He certainly made it well aware to the umpire. He said, mate, I have not got it, and I've got a bloke hanging off me.
You'll have an update during the halftime break as to the Ken Farmer medalist. There's a neat tap out of the middle and kick forward by Agnew. In towards the man we're talking about, McBean down there. He has gone back in to try and smother. There's a free kick. Free kick to Glenelg.
Wow. Wasn't quite all over that.
No, McBean picked the ball up, but it's not his ball.
No, he's looking for a handball, but I think the Sturt supporters here in the grandstand is confused as much as we are because we couldn't see much in that at all. We saw the ball get flick out, Sturt away, but then the whistle's gone and called it back, and it's called a throw or holding the ball and disposed illegally anyway.
Well, that's Todd Slade, number 34.
Oh, yes.
And no. It started, and there's the cheers are jeers, actually. Yes. It's behind a poor shot at goal, though. You can't miss those, can you?
No, not from there. No. He particularly, I'll not forgive him a little bit if he missed it to the right side, but he's missed it to the left against the grain of the wind.
That's very important. That comment there from you from the Bureau of Meteorology, the grain of the wind. That's very impressive, Wayne.
Yeah, kicked against it. Did not move.
Nope. 25 gone, and we're not going to labour this point, but I think it's really important. We'll just wait for the next passage of play to come to a standstill. It's on the half-forward line, and there'll be a bounce. from all of those who have had any involvement at all with the magnificent career of Dean Jones.
Yeah.
We were stunned and so sympathetic to what did happen over in Mumbai. The tragic loss, I use tragic only when you're talking about the loss of life at just 59 years of age, and provided us, our cricket buffs, with some outstanding entertainment.
Yeah.
And off the field, he was just as entertaining. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Dean Jones.
Absolutely. What a magnificent cricketer. And many kids grow up watching him and just wanted to be like him. He started the revolution with the sunglasses on his face and the zinc on his lip, and turned one day cricket into pretty much what it was today. There was no holes barred. He saw it. He hit it. He wasn't blocking any too much. He just wanted to get on with it. Marvellous cricketer.
Half time. Glenelg 6 goals 5, 41. Leads Sturt 5 goals 9, 39. For Glenelg, 2 goals to Liam McBean, singles to Todd Slade, Angus Weir, Marlon Motlop and Jack Klusky. For Sturt, Mark Evans 2, singles to Jack Penfold, Jed McEntee and Sam Cahoon. Now we'll just quickly grab those scores that are of substance.
It's got their noses in front at the moment. Sturt are making a good fist of it here in this game and putting it right up to probably a more fancy Glenelg outfit and doing a really good job. So it pretty much hinges down to this third quarter, I think. If Sturt can really capitalise with their forward entries, kick 3, 4, 5 goals, negate Glenelg to 1 or 2, odds are in their favour going to the last quarter by a couple of goals, and that'll be a ripper to see if Sturt can bring it home. But be very much watching Sturt how they move the ball forward and score goals this quarter.
Thoughts from one of our experts, and on top of his game as always, Wayne Wiedemann reporting in for the Digital Pass, and with much degree of relish I say that we'll be covering the under-18s, the reserves and the seniors, full vision and vocals, and we start that next week, can you believe? Finals are on as of next week, as we see Griville mark a ball win about 4 metres.
Yeah.
His kick goes more than 4 metres. Towards full forward now. Sturt player looking to get the free kick for being dragged to the ground. Umpire's not interested. Hand pass is okay in defence. And we're going to see the kick out of trouble. And there's a lot of messing. And what's going on down there?
Yeah, Glenelg just mucked around with it. Went to short pass back inside. Sturt were quick enough to chop it off.
Yeah, it was Callum Park whose kick was pretty ordinary. And he's the bloke that showed a bit a few weeks ago. Wayne, this guy, this number 30, Oliver Griville, he looked as if he's got a bit of a future.
Showed a few glimpses of some really good stuff here today. Lines up for goal. Big terrific start for Sturt. Just a minute gone in this third quarter.
Griville has kicked the goal. 6-9-45 to 6-5-41. Lead swings, and it's roundabouts here, and it's all good stuff on your Digital Pass coverage on this Saturday afternoon. Wayne.
Good start to Sturt. Put the pressure on early, getting the ball deep inside their 50. Glenelg had the opportunity to drive the ball out of defence, out of the outer side, but a kick by Callum Park back into the inside. Griville marks it and shoots a goal for Sturt, shoots truly, and puts them 4 points up at this stage. But a good start, and a start that Sturt's coach would want.
Now you're going to check for us a little later on during this coverage of the Ken Farmer medal with a couple of goals to Liam McBean.
Yeah.
How's Jimmy Rowe going?
Negative goals. One behind.
There you go. Weeds all over that. And also all over the pressure that continues to build on this mountain of a man that sits beside me. That's you.
The 3-2-1.
The 3-2-1's for the Digital Pass Player of the Year. The one last year in superb fashion by Luke Partington.
Yep, did it easy.
Richard Douglas has 13. Can't poll because he's got no more games.
Nope.
And we've got James Battersby 12, Harrison Wigg 12 and Joel Cross 11. And Joel plays tomorrow.
Interesting.
And you can't vote tomorrow. You've got to vote today.
I've got to vote today, and I've got a couple already I'm looking at. Yeah. The one bloke for Glenelg was pretty much caught my eye for the majority of the game, yeah.
Okay, well done, tell us.
He's done really well.
No, Sturt the chance to swing the ball out of the middle. Moving pictures, kick down towards the forward pocket.
Oh, great smother.
Now, Morrison had the chance, but the ball was smothered off the boot. And it bounces over for a throw-in.
Yeah, young Michael Virgin, just a 1%er effort there. Might have registered a goal, might have registered a point, but a terrific smother off the boot to force the ball out of bounds for a restart.
Bit of pushing and shoving off the ball. Bailey and Davis about to step into a movement that perhaps could be called the first of the pride of Erin because they're with each other. Davis got a hand passed out. Cahoon in one, then the out, then got caught. Bailey's there, caught, grabs him with a wing. He couldn't quite get rid of it. Hand pass comes out. Snook runs clear. Got rid of the ball. Sumner goes in for Sturt, lays the tackle, and there will be a bounce. There's a bit happening out there.
Yeah, I think the crowd in the grandstand saw what I saw, and that's young Matty Snook, very good player. Disposed of that footy. We all thought it was illegal, except for the umpires.
It was a throw, you thought. Yeah, Motloff's kick out of trouble. All that temporarily because it will be taken and banged back in there by Illman for Sturt. Now it's Cahoon who floats one over the top. Davis, better kick it quickly. He does.
Had a good game too, Davis.
Yeah, centering kick over the back. Gribble takes the grab. He didn't even have to leap. The ball just over the top of a couple.
No.
He's got it.
He's got it. Second shot on goal from pretty much the same spot. So he's well rehearsed in what he has to go through here. Just had to stand there and take it. Judged it well. Because I think it come onto him a little bit quick. I don't think he realised he was going to be in the contest.
He shoots for goal.
And
he's put it through. It just gets through, but it doesn't matter. It's a goal. He's got two. And Sturt open in this third term with two unanswered goals to be 7-9-51. Glenelg 6-5-41. That's a margin of 10 points.
Yeah, highest margin for the day, I think. And well done to Sturt. This is what their coach would have wanted during this third quarter. We would have stressed upon them at the halftime break that we must score goals this quarter. We missed our opportunity in the first quarter. 2-8 wasn't a result that we wanted with a slight breeze. Open up with two quick goals in under 5 minutes, under 6 minutes now. And off to a good start. High game margin of 10 points.
Yep. Well, it's all action here at the Peter Motley Oval. And Glenelg with stretch hand pass all right across to Betterman. Betterman to the centre wing, and it's over for a throw in. We'll keep you posted in that.
It's going to be
last touch. Thank you, Wayne. I'll get that update in the under-18s very close to siren time. South Adelaide and North Adelaide, the winner to play finals. And that means a fair difference to not doing anything next week.
Yeah.
Except going along and barracking for someone, which you don't barrack for anyone unless you're playing. Crockett's hand pass all right. Swung away by Slimming, deep in towards full forward. It clears the pack. Kick off the ground will do. Oh, just... No, it's still in play. Now it's taken over the line and through for a behind.
Yes, well, if McBean wants to win the leading goal kick award, Glenelg will get the ball up in their forward 50. It hasn't gone past centre for them so far this quarter.
He needs to buy some real estate. There's nothing up there, is there?
Nothing.
No?
Nope.
Ball's out of bounds as we check that under-18 score between South and North. Let's have a look if I can find it, which will be a miracle. We'll find it in just a sec. 6-5 to 7-10. So Glenelg really not having the ball in their attacking zone at all. No. Boundary throw in. Virgin sat upon by Cahoon, who then got a hand past his Bailey. Bailey's kicked it and travelled too far towards the boundary line. It's over.
That'll be a throw-in.
That'll be a throw-in. 7-10 to 6-5. Sturt by 11 points. What do you reckon, big fella?
Yeah, no, Sturt are in. Oh, no, it's going to be a kick to Sturt. But Sturt are doing exactly what I was hoping they'd do this quarter, and that's put some real surgence into this third quarter to get a bit of a score buffer. They're doing that so far. A long way to go still.
Panthers 14-10-94 have beaten North Adelaide 11-12-78. They're in. So the Panthers, they'll play finals football and North Adelaide won't. Panthers finish on 18 points and North Adelaide finish on 16. So a good tight competition in the under-18s.
Yep, it is.
Yep.
Look forward to a good final series out of all those young fellas.
And of course the finals covered on Digital Pass, and those games at Theberton.
Yeah.
Now McBean's up there attempting to take that mark. The ball kicked in from the back pocket and it's over the line for a throw in.
Well, he's come a long way down from full forward to half-back flank to try and get a touch. Glenelg having real trouble getting the ball past even centre. Not giving their scoring opportunities much good when they can't get the ball anywhere near the big sticks.
Well, this quarter so far dominated by the double blues. Boundary throw in. Cahoon has it. Swings around on the preferred right boot towards where one of the big light towers is, and it'll be out on the full. So Tigers, which is what they've had to do in this quarter so far, Wayne. We've gone 9 minutes and it's been all Sturt.
All Sturt. Glenelg have had to defend really, really hard, and usually they're good out of defence. They do switch it up nicely, but they're having real problems maybe on the smaller oval of Peter Motley. But they're used to that on their ground. It wouldn't be much bigger down at the Bay than here. And that's a lovely catch by Sparks in defence.
He's someone who shows a bit. Now, I'm just disappointed just not to see Darcy Bennett today, but he's just working through the ranks, in the reserves.
Get his opportunities. Got to make them when you get it, unfortunately.
True.
That's the hardest bit.
Well, there's a good grab now too. Lockie Burrows.
He's a big boy. Haven't seen much of him today.
His kick wasn't all that accurate, and there'll be a bounce. Now, here's the trivia question. Costa, Eubangang, Close, White, Gould, Gregson, Joseph, Bradley, Lacornu.
Right.
Yep. Totally unfair of me to throw all those names at you. All those players played in Glenelg's premiership side last year and not playing now.
Not playing now, no. No, it's a lot out of your title defence, that's for sure. And they're hard to replace. Recruiting's a hard thing to do, but your biggest recruiting is keeping the players you got at the club.
Yep.
That's a tough task in itself. I know there was a few older guys that retired and that sort of thing, but a couple get drafted, you lose them, and they're hard to replace, particularly the calibre of the player that they had.
Yep. Now, that's good play from Cahoon off to Harms. Battersby was the player who brought it towards those two.
Got it.
And is that fast Sparks, your mate?
Yeah. Yep.
In the middle of the pack.
He's drifted forward.
He has too, and he's like a very tall lad, and he gets himself into position now to line up and kick Sturt, perhaps their third unanswered goal in this quarter.
Yeah, this is a little alarm bells ringing here for Glenelg. Sturt doing it quite comfortably at the moment. It's all been their way. Everything's been in their forward line, and so far they've made the most of their opportunities for 3 goals in a row. This was a terrific opening start.
Daniel's the man. With a hyphen. Daniel Farr Sparks. On his way in, delivers off the boot and delivers a goal.
Yeah.
And the noise level here at Unley now becomes a little louder with 3 unanswered goals. 8-10-58 Sturt. Glenelg 6-5-41. That's a margin of 17 points, 11 gone in the term.
Yeah, no, terrific out from Sturt. They're a side that's building. They're looking forward to next year. I know it's their last game today, but it's how you go about your business. And today, so far, they've been very impressive against a side that's going to play finals next week. And the way they're travelling at the moment, they won't be in that finals race for too long. So they've got to show a bit, Glenelg, here.
Well, that's a fair call. Glenelg will play against South Adelaide, who are hot. They are hot. Here comes Motlop in towards the half-forward line. Glenelg searching for a score in this quarter. They haven't got one yet. There's a push out of the pack. Call for the ball from the Sturt fraternity. Good fist on there by Matt Merritt. Into the pocket, but it goes over the boundary line for a throw-in.
Big McBean up there. He's got an opportunity here. He'll go into the ruck. Well, Hanneth drops a kick behind play.
And everybody's just swarmed down the ground, mate.
Yeah. Sturt have really closed it up, made it really congested for Glenelg to do anything freely.
Fast
except
Sparks
for that.
A touch just off the boot. Quick as a flash was Matt Allen.
That was terrific.
And it was fingernail stuff.
Yeah, a quick reaction too, because he was wrestling with his player and at the last moment put his fingers up, hands up in the air, and well done to get a touch on the ball, because that went straight through the middle.
Wonky plays on. His kick will have gone, I reckon, nearly 50 metres.
Yeah, good kick out of the
Kick
fence.
all right in defence. Now there is to be a mark paid, is there, or what? Is he paying that mark out there?
Paid a mark. There's a lot of blokes went up, and he's come down with it.
Well, there'll be a kick now in towards the centre half forward position over the back of the pack. McBean's waiting for it to come in his direction. He's got it now, holding the ball call. Free kick, Sturt in defence. And the dude out there with the long hair was Luke Parks.
Yep, Tommy Harms has got it. He's had a fair game of footy so far, Tommy.
Wonky has it now. Now let's work it out. Glenelg have kicked it behind in this term when we've gone nearly 14 minutes. Sturt have kicked 3 goals, 1.
Yeah.
Very handy environment if you're a Sturt supporter at the moment.
Well, they're having a very good premiership quarter, as they say.
They have, yep. I've seen Sturt a couple of times in the last few weeks, and they've been thereabouts. They just couldn't quite nail a win, but this looks pretty good.
Yeah, they've been very impressive today.
Kick to half forward is belted at the back of the pack and away from Oliver Grivell, the 19-year-old, and it's going to be a boundary throw-in.
Kicked a couple of nice goals this quarter. Been very good.
You know, swings and roundabouts. A few weeks ago at Norwood, Grivell had 4 shots at goal in the first 4 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
And you thought, how good's this? And then Norwood changed gears and they'd rattled home and won easily. And Norwood have just capitulated in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
And they won't play finals football.
No, very disappointing for that club.
Yep. They like playing finals football. Here's Cahoon. This kick from the boundary line goes in towards full forward, punched away from Grivell, and it's over the boundary line.
Great spoil from Parker.
And again, I don't know whether I'm exaggerating, but here we go again now. Everybody is down to a third of the ground.
Yep. Glenelg pushed down. Sturt pushed down. It's the times of today's footy.
Yep. Hanneth gets front position. Tried to tap it away. Didn't go anywhere. Cahoon on the boundary line on the right boot. Oh, yes. Yes, sirree. This might be my last game of football for the Double Blues, but stick that one on your highlight reels and watch it until you fall asleep. What a goal that was from the boundary line. And it's 9-10-64. Sturt to Glenelg, 6-6-42.
Yeah, 4-goal lead here, almost. But good signs here for Sturt. They are really pressing hard. They've been good in defence a couple of times. The ball's been in Glenelg's forward line. Sammy Kern getting a clap as he comes from the field with a beautiful goal. He'll read his name in tomorrow's paper on his last game. We'll cut the clipping out and put it away, I'd suggest.
Will you?
I won't. He might.
He's got some friends and relatives who might. As have all the friends and relatives of anybody who does something out of the ordinary like that. 9-10-64 to 6-6-42. 4-1 to 1 behind so far in this quarter. And they're running on adrenaline. Luke Edmonds does well from half-back around a Crocker. He'll wipe the ball inside to Slimming. These are all Sturt players. It's because they've got the ball.
Yep.
Back towards the half-back line. The kick will float towards going over the line, but it's marked out there by Chris Curran.
Yeah, they've really accelerated this quarter.
Well,
amazing what kicking goals is a difference. You know, first quarter they kicked 2 goals out, which what could have been. This quarter, Breeze hasn't changed much. It's still there doing the same thing, and they've kicked 4 goals, 1.
Slade at half-back. His kick gets to centre wing, pushing the back.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's just tripped over himself a little bit, and the Glenelg player falls into his back. Had no other option than to pay the player a free kick for in the back.
Steve Slimming kicks long towards the half-forward line, but it's punched over the boundary line just before Lockie Burrows could get his big jukes on that.
Yes.
Have you got big jukes when you went for a mark?
No, I wasn't a big high flyer.
No. Just crept around for those crumbs, did you?
Well, I had a bloke called Modger in the road after time that marked everything coming into his area.
Boundary throw in. McBean having a run on the ball, but Glenelg just out of sorts completely. Well done, Harms, who picks it up. Harms long towards the forward pocket. Grivell got up, couldn't take the grab. Glenelg defenders, well, they're in a bit of disarray at the moment, although the kick to half-back is a reasonable one there. Matty Allen marks and plays on. His kick around towards centre wing for Glenelg is marked out there by Tommy Schott. Glenelg, yeah. 6-6-42. Sturt, yep. 9-10-64. There's a good grab.
Yeah, good grab. Good intercept grab.
Jed McEntee kicks longer half forward.
Oh, really?
Over the pack. It was a decent leap there by Lockie Burrows.
Yeah.
Couldn't get it. Now Stretch should take it for Glenelg, but where to? Motlop. Not a long way, but Motlop now has to have a look, and there's nothing here.
No, he's got to switch it up here. They've got to open the play up, make the ground bigger here. People have got to get on their bikes and start running a bit, open the game up a little bit. Sturt really compressing Glenelg up, and Glenelg have to change up their ways here and kick it sideways into space and create some space forward so they get the ball up their end of the field.
True. They've got to think of Richie Port on the podium at the finish of Tour de France. What a spectacular performance by Richie Port. We've seen him up and down on the Wollonga Hill many times in the Tour Down Under, and it's so exciting to see the Australian doing so brilliantly to finish with a podium.
Yep. Won it in his time trial, I think.
Oh, don't they go in a hurry, those?
Yep, changed his bike halfway too.
Yeah, as you do.
Yeah.
And all the best to Tiff Cromwell too, who's been named in the national team because of one of the Australian players not being, Australian cyclists not being available. So good on you, Tiff. She is an absolute star. It's really good that she's producing the goods. As we see a grab for Glenelg taken, that's Jack Yates out there.
Yes, haven't called him a lot today, but he's got an opportunity to impress us up here in the box and get a goal on his board. His team desperately needs to get themselves back into this game a little bit. I know they got the favour of a breeze in the last quarter, but you can soon shut that down a little bit if you're the opposition. Both teams have scored into the goals, but into the breeze, but this is the first opportunity for Glenelg.
Yates, drop punt, kick it, goal. Not bad.
Yeah.
That's in.
That'll register.
Jack Yates kicks Glenelg's first goal of this term. And as he kicked the goal, Liam McBean was leaving the arena. Glenelg 7-6-48, Sturt 9-10-64, almost 20 gone, third term digital pass coverage coming to you from the Unley Oval with Peter Walsh and Wayne Wiedemann. And I just want to quickly repeat that score earlier today in the APM Inclusive League Grand Final. An easy win to the champs from last year, Eastern Park 10-10-70 to Kennelsworth 139. Matty Greenwood was the BOG.
Yes, and an update on the Ken Farmer. Liam McBean 2 behind now. James Grow has kicked his first goal for the game out at Elizabeth. So Liam McBean is 2 behind.
Thank you. And just on that too, I know we talk about the football. I want to be strong in making the next call as we see the thumping kick out of the middle by Fast Sparks. In towards full forward, hand pass is on again, and oh no!
Great effort.
It looked like a Sturt goal. In the square, the ball rolling off the boot and through for a behind only, and that was Harry Morrison down there. And Sturt now a 9 goals, 11-65 to Glenelg, 7-6-48. And I don't want to lose my train of thought on this one. A massive congratulations to Holden for their sponsorship of the Central District Football Club.
Yeah.
32 years. 32 years.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That is just extraordinary.
Awesome sponsorship. Awesome sponsorship.
Yeah, and like Chris Grant, who's been involved with the football club for a long time, was very forthright in his comments and saying well done to Holden. That's a significant fillip for a footy club to have such generous and vigorous sponsorship, and congratulations to Holden.
Yeah, well done. It's, when you got a sponsorship like that, it just settles your footy club down a lot. They've been a great sponsor of them.
Very true. Well done to all and sundry. Nothing's forever, but Snook had it, but not forever, because the hand pass was poor. Scrambly football from opposite where we are. Fast Sparks hacks the ball off the ground to where Curran runs after it. It's close to going over the boundary line, and it is just before a potential vote winner in this game, James Battersby, was able to gather. I look to you and get nothing.
No, he's been a little bit quiet, James Battersby, but he has had a lot of the fall.
Oh, you're just teasing us now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm not giving too much away.
You're not giving anything away.
Nope.
Only 3 goals the difference. 9-12 to 7-6, 23 gone.
Still plenty of time in this game to impress.
Yep. I just wonder about if you're a Glenelg supporter. Now, the next door neighbour of mine who is as keen a Glenelg supporter as you could possibly get I just don't know how he's going to cope with this because they are fumbling around at the wrong time of the year.
They are. Their last month hasn't been great. They got thumped by the Eagles, and their form since then has been a little bit wishy-washy. Only got over the line by a point last week to Central District,
right.
so not good form coming into finals.
No. You win a final, and maybe you think to yourself, well, we've achieved what we needed to achieve. But that seems like it's an eternity ago.
Well, if you get into the finals, you want to impress, and they could be only there for the solitary week the way they're playing.
Very true. Now, I'll just tell you that last year in the grand final, we fought 39,105. Glenelg 11,773 beat Port 6,945. That's a long time ago.
Long time ago.
It is. And of course, Port not playing in the competition, nor are the Crows. But Glenelg was, and they would have partied, but they would have focused in.
Absolutely.
And they definitely want to be about the place, not just to play 1 week of finals tomorrow, next week. Fastparks dropped the mark. Only 30 metres out from the goal that he was attacking, picked up by Virgin for Glenelg, back towards the half-back line, but scrambly football. Snook runs at it, but it'll go over the boundary line for a throw-in. How many premierships do you play in, Wayne?
One at Fish Creek, one at Woodville West Torrens, and one at Coolaman, New South Wales.
Right. The reason I ask you that is not a trick question, but there's a leap from behind. Umpire's not going to pay a mark because the Sturt guys down there are saying that was a grab, but
fair catch.
That's Fastparks again.
Yeah.
Not quite. Ponder on this, the difficulties of getting the troops together the following year.
Yeah.
And just as soon as we get a chance, and we will now, I reckon there'll be a whistle. No. Someone being very, very suggestive to the umpire, but we'll ignore that. How difficult is it to get the troops up?
Very difficult. We, Eagles, we won in 93 and went backwards a little bit in 94. Didn't quite get there. Up in Wagga in New South Wales at Coolaman, we went from top to fifth, lost the elimination final. And the problem is when you play in any final series, there's a lot of opposition clubs come and watch and start looking at your players. And unfortunately at Coolaman, we lost about 3 or 4 to, oh no.
Here's a kick into the man on the mark. Sturt the chance to score. They won't quite do it yet, but they're only 10 or 15 metres out as Crocker ran past, missed the ball. Battersby goes in, umpire will call for it, and there'll be a bounce. Did you win 2 in a row with any of the clubs?
No, I never won 2 in a row. I competed in the final series the next year, but didn't make the grand final, but knocked out in prelims twice, and elimination final once. So a little bit disappointing, but hard to go back to back.
Yep. Well, we're finding that Glenelg are in the finals. That's something.
Yep.
There's a hook out of the pack in towards full forward. It was Jack Henderson, and it's trundled over the boundary line and through for a behind.
Well, on today's form, you think they'll finish fourth. They'll finish fourth after Monterey. They'll finish fourth. I think South Adelaide are a way better side at the moment than Glenelg. And Glenelg are a better side than what they're showing, but it's just escaped them in the last month. It
has. And form's not something you can just click on, is it?
No. You lose it, it's hard to get it back, and when you've got it, you don't want to flaunt with it.
Yeah. Well, they'll play finals football and Sturt won't, but on today's form, Sturt deservingly well in front as we see a grab and then a thump into the turf. Matt Allen had it, and he was to find terra firma in his face, and he gets up and he's okay.
Yeah, and the umpire's calling for, I think must be blood rule here, I reckon.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, blood rule come off. 27 minutes gone now, well into time on. Been a terrific quarter by Sturt.
4-4 to 1-1.
Yeah, they don't want to give one up here late in the quarter. This is called junk time, as they say, and Sturt won't want to concede one to Glenelg late.
Now Snook comes on and Davis comes on too. They've got actually similar hairstyles, haven't they?
They got plenty of it. Unlike a couple of blokes up here in the grandstand.
Yeah, you and me. Mine doesn't grow at all now.
Nah,
that doesn't matter. It's, growing hair's overrated.
Problem is they still charge you the same for a haircut, whether you got hair or not.
Yeah, when did you get rid of The big fella. The big fella that just hung off the back of your head for 100 years.
Off the back. I think it was about 2000, I reckon, 20 years ago.
Ever wanted to grow it back?
I've tried, just doesn't happen.
Glenelg tried to make it happen towards the end of this quarter, and Motlop might make it happen. Slides the ball through. Short pass, McBean, put the hand up, couldn't do it. Stretch. Did he get taken high? No, goes back in for one of the hard things. Couldn't do so, and the ball kicked out of trouble. Now, let's just have a look at what's going on here. Fast Sparks wants it.
Yeah.
And he's going to get meterage, I think. Is he or not? No, Hanneth didn't want to give it back.
No, he didn't. He was claiming the mark, Hanneth, but Fast Sparks had enough meat on it before he stole it off him, and man in front will always get paid.
Yeah, Illman has it for Sturt, who've enjoyed a good quarter. 22 scoring shots to 13.
Yeah.
Doesn't really mean much. Only when the score is out of our control, that's what it is now, because it's over the boundary line before it can be grabbed by the elusive Mark Evans for Sturt.
Yep. A couple of nice goals today.
Oh, yes, very good. Repeating that under-18s, South Adelaide into the finals, beating North Adelaide today. And nothing of significance in the reserves. Central District, the Eagles, Sturt and North Adelaide. They are the top four. But still premierships at any level.
Yep.
They are savoured by those who run around, aren't they?
Never forget them, ever. You're etched in history.
Forever.
Forever.
Yes.
You celebrate it every 10 years after that if you want, or every year.
Yep. Or every day if you want to.
Well, the Gowans boys would be celebrating every weekend.
Oh, champion men and champion footballers. Yeah. We've no doubt about that. As Davis picks it up. Kicks Sturt into attack towards three-quarter time. They'd like another goal, but they're not going to get it this chance. Bailey goes for it, and there's the siren.
Yeah.
And at three-quarter time, and you can hear the noise through our effects mic. All Sturt 9-13-67 to Glenelg 7-6-48. At half-time, the margin was 2 points.
Yeah.
Well, they've blown it open now. It's 2-7. That's 19 points the difference. I'll just buzz through the goal scorers and give you a chance to have a think about what's going to happen. Wayne, for Sturt, we had 2 to Cahoon, 2 to Evans, 2 to Gribble, singles to Penfold, McAtee and Fast Sparks. And for Glenelg, and they'll finish on, 12 points. And they finish up just 2 games away from being in the top 4.
Yeah.
And I'm not making excuses for them. They've been close in so many games but haven't been able to nail them.
Just haven't quite nailed it, and that'll come with a bit of experience. It's a good sounding board. They haven't been terrible, which is a good thing. They haven't been ordinary. They've played some nice footy. They just haven't had a bit of luck go their favour. So just keep continuing with the momentum and drag that into next year, and a bit more luck and a bit more pressure, you'll see those results go your way.
After this quarter, we say goodbye to Tommy Harms, Byron Sumner and Sam Cahoon, who are playing their last quarter for the Sturt Football Club. Into half forward, and a good mark in defence is taken there by Casey Voss. Voss kicks to Davis, who takes the grab. A very solid customer. Did a blind turn last week, and I loved it.
Yep.
Short pass was all right, marked by Rory Illman for Sturt.
Yep.
Good crowd here today, Wayne.
Good crowd, good support.
Yeah, good support. Illman, you can hear the thump. Boot onto leather, in towards half forward. Good play out there by Virgin, whose kick isn't all that smart. Bounces towards centre half back, and the umpire's going to call for it, and he'll toss it in the air. Umpires today, Harrison Hughes, Josh Hardy and Mason Bayer. In the air it goes. Fast Sparks almost got the tap away. Cahoon's got it, holding the ball.
A little bit long.
Now advantage paid, and the runners required and provided there by Nicholson in towards the half-forward line.
2-on-1 contest here. Well done.
Well, that's a good effort there by the Sturt player. Actually, he's going to try and take the out mark himself.
Straight up and under.
I haven't seen that happen very often, when you grab the ball and you kick it up in the air and then you charge after it. And it was a good effort, but there's never going to be a mark, and that's Todd Slade down there, and there'll be a throw in.
Well, it's in a good area for Glenelg if they want to have a shot at this.
Yep.
To get up in the last quarter.
McBean from behind. Snooks there. McBean, now Motlop. Motlop around his body. Punched away to where Stretch will arrive first for Glenelg. Got the hand pass, Betterman. Hand pass delivered into the forward pocket.
Yeah,
and the kick is a goal.
Yep. Well, that's the first one, the one that Glenelg needed. They needed to get the first one on the board in the last quarter. Put a bit of pressure back onto Sturt, saying, well, we're not going to lie down and let you win this game of footy. We want to play some really good footy during the final series, and that's a good start to the last quarter. Brings the margin a little bit closer back now. That's 13 points, so it's not by no means out of the equation.
Get the first one because it took an eternity in the previous quarter for a goal to be scored.
Well, their first 5 entries for 1 goal in the third quarter. First entry in, they get a goal. So it's a good start.
Final term action coming to you on the digital pass. And we're going to see another fresh start. So in this final term, Jack Klusky, I should have mentioned him because he kicked his second goal and the first of the final quarter, and they'll go forward again. This is Jonty Scharenberg in towards the half forward line. Sturt players, what's the mindset now as the mark in defence was taken by Casey Voss? You don't go defensive.
No, you don't. No, they've scored a goal, no big deal. You realise that, they're going to keep having a crack. They're not going to lie down. They've got a bit to play for, Glenelg, but so have we, Sturt. We've got a game of footy to win here. Yep, they've scored one. We've just got to keep attacking. Hattersby
from half-back to centre wing, flicked out of the pack. Who's going to grab it? Snook got it away towards Motlop, who ran forward. Motlop wobbles the ball towards the half-forward line. McBean chases. Wonky's there. It's paddled over the boundary line by the man in front. That was Luke Edmonds' throw-in.
Interesting setup then from Glenelg. They didn't have their players all the way pushed up, squeezing Sturt up. They left their 4 or 5 players back down in their forward half. Plenty of space down there for him to work in.
McBean got the fist to it. Motlop ran past it. Cahoon was there to do some shepherding. Kick smothered out of the pack. A twist and a turn.
Oh,
that is a snap at goal. That was Motlop who just missed it.
Fairly handy. Dodged around too. Yeah. Showed some real class.
And all of a sudden, we're calling a lot of Glenelg players at the moment.
We are. Yeah, they've certainly lifted.
Yep. Now come on the Blues is the call from down below. As that kick into play bounces towards the line and goes over. So in this quarter, Glenelg have kicked 1-1 in 4 minutes. They kicked 1-1 in 27 minutes in the third quarter.
Yep.
2 goals the difference.
Yeah, there's not much in this game of footy. Another goal to Glenelg will make it real interesting, make Sturt a little bit nervous, and momentum clearly back in Glenelg's favour.
True.
It's amazing how it can change just by a couple of kicks.
Now, Hanneth almost took the ball from that boundary throw-in. Now there'll be a scramble. And, all you can do is look at the trees in the distance, and that doesn't appear as if there's a lot of wind. I mean, the
old flag over in the bowling green's died off, and even the one to the left of us is not
much happening there as we see Bailey try to run through the pack, and he was caught holding the ball. Davis takes his time. Has a look. And Davis kicks with strength. Back towards the centre wing. Fiston needed. Cahoon had it, lost it. Going to chase back in after it again. Good gather there. It's off to Snook again, who's kick. Long towards centre half forward. Glenelg in attack. Bouncing ball. Taken by teammate there in Condon. And Condon got rid of it quickly, and that's McBean.
Yeah.
Too far out from there?
No, not at all.
No?
No, I'll back him in from there. He's a good shot on goal, and with this breeze pushing across it, he's in the best position to have a shot on goal and be reasonably confident. Just got to sit it at that left post a little bit and let the wind do its work. It's one that he needs to get a goal closer to the Ken Farmer, but more importantly for his footy team to give it a real exciting remainder of the game.
Kick 2. McBean on its way across the face of the goal front, and it's through from behind.
Breeze might have died right off down there. They just pushed through this side of the post where all game it's been pushing to the other side of the post.
You're a BOM, did you know that?
Bureau of Meteorology.
You did know that. Good work. You've probably got that on your phone as an app.
I have.
I thought you might have. Look up Ballarat. Freezing, it says.
It just says, don't go there. It's
Just
too
keep
cold.
driving.
Correct.
Half-back, that's where the ball is. 9:13.67, Glenelg 8:8.56, repeating. In the under-18s, South Adelaide beat North Adelaide. South will play in the finals with Sturt and Norwood first and second, Eagles third. I'll give you the reserves a little later on. That's nice, tight competition. We want you to be kept informed because the under-18s will be broadcast and you'll see them on digital pass. And the reserves finished up at Central District 26, the Eagles 22, Sturt 18, and North Adelaide 14. And you can be so close and miss out, and you get for that a big fat duck egg.
Pretty much.
Nothing more. Glenelg will pinch this, will they?
They could. Yep. They need to get a goal reasonably soon to give them a bit more opportunity to kick a couple more to hit the lead. A goal lead to either team is going to be a big
You're all
thing.
you're all over the Tigers. I can tell in your voice.
Yeah, no, I think, well, it's just made for a really exciting game of footy, hasn't it?
Yeah, and what has happened is, this is something I've been thinking about saying for a while. There's a holding the ball call, it's a free kick, and that free kick has gone towards Betterman, I think it is down there. You know what's happened? The crowd's been taken out of the equation.
Yeah, exactly. It's gone very quiet. Yep.
Betterman, too far out. Lobs the ball to the lead of McBean. Got high, didn't quite take it. Hits the ground. And it's you, Mr. Umpire. You're too close for me to judge because I'm a mile away and there'll be a bounce. McBean got up then.
He did. He had a couple of grabs at it too. It just didn't quite fall in his arms on a third attempt.
In the air. The ball tossed. Snook does the chasing, but picked up well by Cahoon. Back towards the centre wing. Over the back. That's good work, Burrows. One way, the other. And some good strong stuff by Snook to put the body in. Over the top, the hand pass for Cahoon, who does well. Oh, he got rid of it in a hurry. That was Henderson who lost it. Snook does well. Kick down the ground. Motlop with cleverness. He's on his hands and knees and he's dragged off the ball. Oh, I thought for a minute he might have got a free kick. Not to be. McBean's there. He's still there. He's still waiting for it to come out his way. Flick towards where it's Stretch. He hooks the ball around towards full forward and it bounces and it's gone over the line on the full. There's a bit in that, wasn't there?
Yeah, the pace has lifted up a little bit.
And some Sturt supporters have found their voice.
Yeah.
Not quite 10 minutes in this last quarter and it's 11 points the difference. 9:13.67, 8:8.56.
We'll get it back here, Glenelg.
Yeah, Stretch will give it to Virgin, who, that was a poor hand pass because Virgin was sat upon by a double blue. He goes back in to try and resurrect what happened. He does well there. Scharenberg
Here we go.
kicks for Glenelg towards where McBean tried to swat it away. Motlop!
Gets in.
Oh, he's quick, he's fast, and he is accurate. How do you do that?
Well, that was fantastic. He had his opportunity a couple of minutes ago. He's screaming for a free kick. The ball was on the ground. He was legged. He was hung on to. He couldn't get in favour of the umpire's decision, but at that time, beat everyone at ground level, burst through a tackle and just got on the boot in the nick of time. It was just scraped inside the goalpost for a major that really sets this game alive. 5 points of difference now. Glenelg are coming. Sturt don't know how to react. And the pressure severely back onto Sturt, and they are under the pump, and Glenelg are all running.
5 points the difference. 4 goals to Sturt and 1 to Glenelg in the third quarter. 2 goals to
here they
Glenelg
go
and nothing
again.
to Sturt in this last quarter. Bailey, kick towards McBean, who puts the long arm up, can't take the grab. He's got it. He'll swing for goal.
And has.
McBean kicks a goal. He's kicked 3. And guess what? The lead has changed. Can you believe it?
Yeah, this is unbelievable. This is turned into a terrific game of footy. We saw Sturt, all Sturt third quarter. Last quarter's been all Glenelg. 3 goals in almost 11, 12 minutes gone has put them up by that solitary point. It's game on now. Not saying Sturt that can come back from this and win this game of footy, but it's all in favour of Glenelg at the moment. They've won the ball out of the centre. like we saw Glenelg in the third quarter, Sturt having real problems getting it past centre. Doesn't seem to be wind favouring too much in this last quarter at all, or last half. But, yeah, Glenelg have come out of the blocks.
Back at centre field. Fast Sparks went high for it.
Again.
And Glenelg will bring the ball out of the middle through the agency of Allen. Long kick down the ground towards centre half forward. And there's going to be a mark paid there in defence. I think a punch in the air harms as they're claiming it. Umpire saying, no, it was held to you and you'll toss it in the air. Glenelg have hit the front. Extraordinary circumstances. There's a throw and Davis gets a free kick.
Yes, much to the support of the Sturt supporters here
fairly
in the
happy, weren't they?
grandstand. They were looking for one, been looking for one for a while.
Oh, there's been some heartache for the Double Blues throughout this season, and Glenelg desperately needing to get some confidence before next week's knockout final. And they've been able to find some confidence as Callum Park on the left boot kicks with a breeze. McBean! He's got it! Or has he? I think he has.
I think he has. Well, this is interesting.
You're just checking the Ken Farmer medal.
I am. We've got a couple of competitions going on here. James Rowe still has the one. I believe that McBean kicks
He's
this.
kicked 3 so far.
McBean kicks this. He was 3 before the start of the game. I think this ties it up if he can score. But more importantly, for a team perspective, keeping an eye on the Ken Farmer, but team perspective, this is a super important goal for Glenelg Footy Club.
Liam McBean. He's over to you, big fella. He kicks at 50. It's long and strong.
It's not
It's
bad.
long and strong. And strike. McBean has 4. 1 shy of a handful. And Glenelg, 4 unanswered goals in the last quarter. They move to 11-8-74. Sturt 9-13-67. Just bear in mind, we've only gone 14 minutes. At this stage, Sturt have not clocked in to start this last quarter.
No, they haven't. They have not registered a score in this last quarter. Glenelg, it's been all Glenelg, hasn't it? Well, McBean's just come to life. He was being a bit quiet in those middle 2 quarters, but this last quarter he's been a real focal point, and just what I thought that Glenelg needed to do was just keep their forward line open, give the opportunity for the big bloke to run at it.
Todd Slade is in the middle to try and contest that toss in the air, not to be, and it'll be a let's do it again. We've gone 14 and a half minutes. So far we've had 4 goals, all to Glenelg.
Yep.
So we've probably got 10 minutes of play left, you would think.
Yep, and hasn't been in Sturt's 50-metre arc at all.
No, that's true. It's been a Glenelg side that have found a bit of run. As Cahoon finds a bit of run in his last game for the Double Blues. Blast towards the half-forward line. Pat is spread wide open. Scharenberg there. Virgin taken to ground in a very, very strong tackle.
Yep, wasn't getting out of that.
No. Michael Virgin, who worked with us on the digital task a few weeks ago and really had a good time.
Yep.
We can't cross to him for comments now because he just got shoved into the ground. Ball in the air. Davis ran past it. And it's picked up and good defensive work there by Allen. For Glenelg back to the centre wing. Ball is loose there. Illman had it and lost it. Motlop goes in. Oh, good strong tackling again by Glenelg, who were hunting in packs. Ball flicked out. It'll be taken and kicked forward in towards the full forward position. It bounces. That's Hanneth down there. Can't grab it. He falls over. He then grabs it and drags it back in underneath. And he's going to be pinged for holding the ball.
He will that time.
He had it and thought, I'm going to hang on to it. He dragged it back in like when a ferret finds a rabbit in a burrow and grabs hold of it and won't let it go.
I'm just a bit confused why you take McBean off, put Hanneth up forward. McBean's kick 2 is your match winner, he's your goal kicker, and you put your resting ruckman up there who's probably not recognised as a forward. Yeah, he might be giving someone a little bit of a rest, but you're on fire. I want to win this game of footy. McBean's had a tremendous last quarter. Why is he standing on the sideline?
Well, I reckon he's going to be given the marching orders to get back on in a sec. But as you've said, he hasn't been off for long, but long enough to take perhaps a bit of momentum out of the Tigers' forward line.
Yeah, I reckon he would have done better in that circumstance up there than Hanneth, that's for sure.
We have now gone 16 and a half minutes. And if you've just joined our coverage after not being around, well, Glenelg have kicked 4-2 to zip in this last quarter and come from 19 points down to lead by 7.
Yeah.
And in the battle for the Ken Farmer medal, we have McBean with 4 today.
I think it's
You're
tied,
all across that?
I think it's tied away.
Okay. Wayne Wiedemann jumping all over, whatever you need to jump all over when you go to a football match. Sturt need to get something going. And at the moment, it's the Tigers who have the numbers around the ball. Now, there's to be a change, and I'm reckoning that McBean will come back on.
Well.
And, of course, when these changes are made, McBean is on the boundary line. So you're really one big man shy of the mark as he runs onto the ground now. And he's nowhere near the action. But still, the coaches know better than I do. He's a half forward. Here's Virgin. Takes the ball. Goes in short. Kicks it well. And Glenelg with numbers. And then McBean came back on. Now he's going to get near the ball in a minute.
Oh, well done.
Good mark on the half forward line. That was clever. Kicked in towards the half forward line by Bailey. Didn't travel as much as he would have hoped. Back towards centre wing. And a good strong tackle. The umpire's going to say a knock after the ball was hit. That was Agnew. Was there much in that?
No, I didn't think so. It's just late.
Yeah, Cahoon comes off for a spell for Sturt. As we have the ball in the hands now of someone I've liked today, Lockie Burrows.
Yeah, he's been good.
11-8-74, 9-13-67. Glenelg doing very well in this last quarter at 18 minutes. And the mark at halfback taken by Luke Parks. 4-2 in this last quarter. Oh, Parks went short. Marked there by Snook. He's got it. Tense moments here. The last game of the season played at this particular venue. Short pass was on, marked by Parks. Parks goes to the back pocket, marked by Betterman. And Glenelg all of a sudden holding control of the ball and taking their time. Is that what's happening in your mind, Wayne Wiedemann?
Yeah, I just think you've got to wait for the right opportunities here. It's something that they haven't done all game, is been methodical out of their back half, and this is the first time we've seen it. They just don't want to cough it up here late. They're just finding the loose player. They've had a good spread, and they're just picking off the players until they can get to a position on the field where they pull the trigger and go hard forward.
Well, the accuracy is needed to deliver the ball from defence to attack. This one is knocked off the hands of Hanneth.
Oh.
And the kick off the ground, there's not going to be a mark paid, but didn't travel far enough. In comes McBean, who's on the ground. He gets some space. He goes for the short pass. In towards the forward pocket. That's a good mark. That Bailey down there who flew high, and then he's landed awkwardly. Landed very awkwardly. He's going to be dragged to his feet by McBean, who picks him up like a bag of Bungaree spuds.
I know what McBean's lurking around there for.
They're going for the hand pass, do you think?
He's saying, if you can't take the kick, I'll take it for you.
Well, he's saying to his best mate, you'll be okay. You'll be okay. His best mate down there is Darcy Bailey, who's gone back a fair way.
Well, I nearly think this is a sealer if he can...
Big call, one, only 7 the difference, 7 points.
7 points. This kick will make it 13. It's 2 and a bit, 2 kicks or 3 kicks to win.
Yep.
Sturt haven't scored anything this quarter.
That's true. Here comes Darcy Bailey. Kicks for goal, and has kicked a goal.
Yep.
And there are some Glenelg supporters who found their way up the Anzac Highway and might have wanted to turn around and go back down the Anzac Highway at three-quarter time, but 5 goals, 2-0.
Yeah.
And the margin now, it's 9-13-67 to 12-8-80.
And where does that come from? Because Glenelg looked a little bit struggly all day, and particularly in the third quarter, you think, wow, this side's going to go into a finals campaign next week and playing some pretty ordinary footy, but, gee, they've showed why they're sitting in 4th spot and will contend the finals next week, and has finished off this game quite convincingly. They kicked 5 goals. There's still 5 or 6 minutes left to play. How many more can they get? Right
at the start of that last quarter when they kicked that early goal, and then you thought they were on song.
Yep. Real confidence builder.
Fast Sparks got up for Sturt, went to Battersby. His hand pass does a bit of a wobble. It's okay. It'll be driven forward towards half forward. Up goes Schoenberg, who had his hands dragged away. No. Here's Grivell, a chance for Sturt. Appeared to be hung on to, but he goes back in after it. Couldn't quite grab it. Houlihan's there for Sturt, and there for the Glenelg team is Scharenberg, and there'll be a toss in the air. No one back in the square. A quick grab from the ball in the air and a quick snap, and maybe Sparks there. Wins the tap away. Umpire says a quick holding the ball call.
Yeah.
That was against Aidan Johnson, and it'll be a Sturt kick.
Glenelg kick.
Glenelg kick. 12-8-80 Glenelg. Sturt 9-13-67. 13 points the difference. It's been 5-2-32 to nothing in this last quarter.
Amazing turnaround. I couldn't see that coming from Glenelg. I know they had to adjust and I had to react, but to react in that fashion is fantastic. And now they might just milk it for a little while.
Well, 22 minutes. It's amazing. This football game that we love to watch and call so often, this has been a significant change of what's been happening in the middle.
Yeah.
Ball's at centre wing. Good strong tackle there laid by Tommy Harms.
Yeah, he's had a good game,
He
Tommy.
has. Some of the supporters there thinking Cahoon, Sumner and Harms, and perhaps at three-quarter time they might have been thinking, gee, we're going to be going out on good terms.
Yeah.
There's still time, but it's now developed into Glenelg with control and looking like at the 23-minute mark they've got all the answers.
Yeah, I probably can't see him losing it from here. The momentum's going two way. They've seemed much more structurally sound in this last quarter.
Yeah, they do. Gribbles kick now in towards centre half forward. Houlihan will try and grab the ball. He chases hard for Sturt, couldn't quite get it. He's got to get up in a hurry. And whilst he's trying to do that, the ball is taken by Aidan Johnson, who slipped as he kicked the ball, and it's gone over the line.
Yep. Unlucky, and results at the top of the square might have created something of an opportunity for Sturt to score.
You wonder if they can sneak a goal out of this. You still wonder. 23 and a half gone.
Still plenty of time if they're good enough.
Yep. Fastbucks will contest with Hanneth. Fastbucks takes the ball, went the hand pass, and it was Crocker. Kick. What's the bounce going to do? Normally it can do something weird. It went straight to Schoenberg's. Schoenberg's kicks the Glenelg side out towards halfback, taken there by Harms, who's well tackled, and there'd be a bounce.
Yeah, no prior opportunity there. As soon as he got hold of it, the Glenelg player was right on him, so good decision from the umpire.
Ball in the air, taken by Cahoon. Hacks it into centre half forward. Stretch does well to gather.
Yeah, nice.
Hand pass Scharenberg. Scharenberg went short. Didn't have to go long. Just did the chipping and saw the running from Condon, who took the mark at halfback.
Yeah, Glenelg's defence has been well organised in this last quarter. Best I've seen them all day.
Yes, it's been a strange old day, hasn't it? Kick towards centre wing, towards the boundary line and knocked over. 24 and a half gone. Glenelg, they'll play next week, 12-8-80. Sturt won't. Sturt a 9-13-67.
Yeah, it's been a good game of footy, entertaining game of footy. Good first half, and all Sturt, now all Glenelg in the last.
What was said at three-quarter time? There's a lot of people saying a lot of things, but...
Well, it was easy what he had to say because they got belted in every facet of the game, and the big message was start winning the footy.
And they've done that. Harms into the middle. Now Cahoon on the end of that short pass, marks at centre wing. We've gone 25 minutes. Davis marks at half forward, thinks of the hand pass, decides not. 13 points the margin. I still think there's a pulse. Kick towards half forward.
We just need to get one while we're up here.
Evans couldn't take that grab. Goes back in and it's tapped over the boundary line for a throw in. Some leg-weary Warriors down below where we're broadcasting. As we see for Glenelg, Matt Merritt being sent back to add an extra tall in defence. Throwing to take place. 25 and a half gone. Hanneth tries to tap away. Davis gets clear. Hand pass. Crocker on the left boot. He's kicked. No, it's going to curl away and it might go out on the fall.
There it is.
And there's a short quarter. 25-43.
It surprised us all.
And Glenelg have won and they're ready for finals football. 12-8-80 to Sturt 9-13-67. And I think as we look at the players, some of them are a bit caught by that siren going.
Absolutely.
And there's some handshakes that now will be exchanged with Glenelg 12-8-80, Sturt 9-13-67. McBean got 4, Motlop 2, Slade 1, Weir 1, Klusky 2, Yates 1 and Bailey 1. And for Sturt we had 2 to Cahoon, 2 to Evans and 2 to Gribble. Singles to Penfold, McAtee, and Fast Sparks. 12-8-80 to 9-13-67 the margin. 13 points after. At three-quarter time, Glenelg led by 19. Sturt led by 19. And didn't they hurry home in that last quarter, Glenelg? Some thoughts from you, Wayne, as we wrap it up here from Unley. We see the Glenelg side go into the finals and we say, well played to Sam Cahoon, Tommy Harms and Byron Sumner.
Well done to Glenelg, but gee, they did it the hard way, didn't they? They weren't really impressive for three quarters. The game was in the balance at half-time, arm wrestle, typical game of footy, SANFL level, but Sturt got out of the blocks in the third quarter, took the ascendancy of the game and went out to a nice lead. Pretty much at three-quarter time you thought, Glenelg really had to shake it up in the last quarter. They were beaten in every area of the game. Mark Stone let his team know that, and didn't they react? Responded very well, won every part of that quarter, including the goal kicking 5 goals to pretty much no score. Got them over the line in the end by 13 points. A pretty good effort. Well, that last quarter will give Glenelg some confidence going into next week's final series. That, okay, when we do get it right, we can play some nice footy, but unfortunately the competition over the next few weeks is going to be a bit better than what Sturt